Namaste and welcome, beloved followers of Jyotish, astrology, the planets and the stars. It's such an honor to have you today. Um, Today, I would like to focus on the upcoming Sun transit, which is going to be going through a conjunction with many different planets over the next few months, and is a very important transit for us to understand how it might be impacting us during this period, especially at the time that the Saturn Jupiter conjunction is there with the Sun as well. But we also have a Sun Ketu conjunction coming up. So we have lots of interesting transit as the sun goes through the next few months that can be impacting us in a big way. So I just wanted to discuss that with the astrological community and offer them some insight in to the upcoming sun cycle. So first, I'll be doing a short chant to the sun in honor of our discussion of the sun's transit over the next few months. Om Javakasuma Sankasham Kashapaya Mahadutim Tamurim Sarvapapanganam Pranatusmi Davakaram. Om Javakasuma Sankasham Kashapaya Mahadutim Tamurim Sarvapapanganam Pranatusmi Davakaram. Om Jabakashuma Sankasham Kashapaya Mahadutim Tamurim Sarvapapanganam Pranatusmi Davakaram. Om Ram Rim Ram Sa Suryaya Namaha. 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 So, namaste, beloved of the astrological community. I'm so excited to discuss this transit for you. Now, the first thing is that Sun is going into Scorpio and is conjunction with Ketu. That's the first topic that we're going to cover. But we're going to cover the Sun's upcoming conjunctions with Ketu, Jupiter, and Saturn. So we're going to cover all of those conjunctions in detail. Now, the Sun Ketu conjunction starts on the 15th of November. So it's upcoming very soon, climaxing in a total conjunction where they will be at the exact same degree on December 11th. And then that will be complete as the sun goes into Sagittarius on December 16th. So that's kind of this period of the Sun Ketu journey that we're looking at. And a Sun Ketu period is a very powerful period. It can lead in two kind of directions because it's the mokshakaraka vibration. So based on its position in the chart, it can be called the sannyasa yoga, which is the renunciation of the material world, living in an ashram and following a more spiritually based life. So that's the positive energy of the Sun Ketu conjunction. But it also shows that those that desire an ego may be humbled by Ketu. So this is very important to understand during the time of the Sun and Ketu conjunction. And this will last all the way until December 15th, and it climaxes on December 11th. So that Sun Ketu conjunction bringing a lot of impact on the chart. If you have planets in Scorpio, if your Sun is in Scorpio, if your Ketu is in Scorpio, this will be impacting your chart directly. And you may notice more pitta, more fiery vibrations, more transformative vibrations. So your consciousness, your perception, the way you're perceiving things, the way you're perceiving the world can be changing. And it can be an incredibly powerful, transformative time. But we must keep the ego under control because also Rahu is exalted during this period, during this transit on the other side of the spectrum. So we must be able to keep our ego in check at the same time. Now, the sun will be in Sagittarius on December 16th, and it will be with Mercury on and off throughout its travel through Sagittarius, but it won't be through the major planets we talked about, K2, Jupiter, Saturn. It's kind of traveling on its own through Mercury through Sagittarius. So that'll be a unique period. Sun in Sagittarius is always a good time for morality, always a good time for ethics, always a good time to focus on what's the right thing to do. And as we see transitions in our government and our politics, it's really going to be towards a moral and an ethical caliber. So that'll be a positive transit as the sun goes through the Sagittarius sign. Now, the sun and its conjunction with Jupiter and Saturn is a little more complicated. Now, when the sun enters Capricorn on January 13th, it will enter a stellium with Jupiter and Saturn, which will last until the sun leaves Capricorn and enters Aquarius on February 12th, where it will find itself again just traveling with Mercury. So this period that we're talking about from January 13th until February 12th is very, very crucial for the sun, because it's going to be with its enemy Saturn. It's going to be with its friend Jupiter, but Jupiter will be debilitated and Saturn will be in its own sign. So Saturn will have power in that stellium. Saturn will have power in that triple conjunction. So we must consider the area of our chart where Capricorn is, and where our Saturn is, and where our sun is, and where our Jupiter is, but especially where our sun is during this time of this transit. But during this time of this transit, when all of these planets are entering Capricorn, and Capricorn and Saturn seems to be the strongest planet, it kind of suggests a time where things will be establishing themselves on the material world, on the mundane world, in a more regimented way. So things will be returning more back to normal. Things will be returning back to regular in a more regimented fashion. So, work hours will be more regimented. Occupations or job opportunities will open up. So it'll be good for the material in that sense. But because of the aspect of Jupiter and the sun there, it's not the full potential of what we are going to want to be going for, because the sun and the Jupiter is that full potential of what we're going to be going for. And that's going to be Kṣaṇāti, have that slow effect from Saturn, which will yield it back. So as things start back up, we have to be patient with the process of our promotions, patience with the process of our profits, patience with the process of the success of our ventures and our innovations. So it's a time that all of those things will manifest, especially Saturn goes into its root position of Aquarius in the distant future. But for now, we're looking at this period of sun transiting both Ketu and then the Jupiter-Saturn stellium. And we must understand that these energies are going to be affecting us in a way where Saturn is going to be the strongest planet in that stellium. And that means working hard and being disciplined and being regimented is the best possible thing during that time. And that there will be certain other energies at that time that for the Jupiter and Sun, we may want promotion. We may want to receive some positive reward for all of our hard work. But as everything gets back on track after this virus and after everything that we've gone through, we might not get the proper fulfillment that we're getting through the hard work that we're doing, even though we're getting back into the hard work. So it's about getting back into that hard work, but being patient and humble and allowing that success and the prosperity that comes from that hard work to come in due time based on the will of the gods. So I hope all of you have enjoyed this discussion on the transit of the sun going through Scorpio, Sagittarius, Scorpio, its conjunction with Ketu, its conjunction with Saturn and Jupiter, and I look forward to discussing more transit reports with the Jyotish family in the upcoming future. And it was a blessing and an honor and a pleasure to be with all of you. Om Sahanao Vavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Saha Viryang Karavavahe Tejasvina Vaditamastu Ma Vidvashabahe Om Shanti 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 Om Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Namah Shivaya. Blessings to the community until the next time that we're all together. And lots of love from my heart to my beloved community. Always feeling our deep connection. Om Namah Shivaya. And until next time.